Nasser Hidmi spends most of his time at home these days, and when he leaves, he doesn't go far. For the last 3 years, Israeli authorities have restricted his movements to a limited area. He's forbidden from entering Palestinian neighborhoods in occupied East Jerusalem, and until recently he was prevented from accessing the clothing business he inherited from his father, just outside the walls of the old city.
3 years ago I was summoned, and I later learned that 3 young men from Jerusalem was also summoned and was handed an order limiting my movement. At that time, it prevented me from communicating with a list of several people.
Hidmi says the police accuse him of being a political activist and belonging to a terrorist organization, an accusation he vehemently denies.
Never, but even if this is true, provide evidence. These charges are considered a violation of the occupation law. If they were true, they would have imprisoned me. The occupation does not have any evidence, but it wants to restrict the people of Jerusalem and terrorize people because they speak the word of truth and appear in the media rejecting the occupation's practices.
The practice of restricting movement is common in occupied Palestine, as Israeli police punish anyone who may oppose its policies. Even journalists are not spared. Dozens have seen constraints put on their movements and travel. The restrictions also prevented him from reaching the Al-Aqsa mosque compound to pray.
Like a prisoner, but imprisoned in my home and within a framework defined for me. My social life, visits to my family, relatives and friends are over. Occasionally I no longer go to the post office, the bank and the doctor too. My daughters, I cannot take them to a place to go shopping.
He's now made arrangements where he's now giving up daily management of his business for now. Nasser says the restrictions are unjustified, and they cause significant harm to his family and income. His wife, Hanadi, says the restrictions have stopped her husband from doing simple things.
The life of a working mother is difficult in the first place. What about a husband who is prohibited from performing his duties, such as taking the children to the doctor, school meetings and shopping? This is very difficult and causes us a lot of stress.
Hidmi was summoned recently by the police for more questioning and was handed an order extending the restrictions by 6 months. Nasser's situation is one of many like it in occupied East Jerusalem. Palestinians say the real motive behind these arbitrary measures is to force them out of their city, accusing Israeli authorities of trying to empty Jerusalem of Palestinian residents. But they say, no matter what, they are not going anywhere. Mohammad Al-Kassim, TRT World, occupied East Jerusalem.